Hi, this is Sue, and I'm recording this as I brew a cup of coffee with a reusable thingy. This past week, something very disturbing happened. We run a nonprofit called Pittsburgh LGBTQ Charities. We were founded in October 2021. We do very small projects. Our budget is minuscule, and we did the Protect Trans Kids yard signs in Pittsburgh, and we did we started a pet food pantry in October 2024. That pet food pantry is still going. We make monthly distributions, and we have almost 90 registered caretakers or households. We focus on colony cats, but we help pet owners too. And the number, it's just grown quite a bit in the last couple of months, as you can imagine. So we, are trying to do important things. We rely a lot on crowdfunds and people donating $5, $10, $15. We don't have any grant funding, corporate sponsors, anything like that. So last weekend, I was trying to crowdfund because we had taken 2 sick colony cats to the vet, and it cost about $1,000. But Facebook wouldn't let me set it up, and I thought it was just some sort of snafu. So we just paid for it, and then I came home and tried to figure out what was going on. And then I realized that, there was no explanation. Facebook, our paperwork was actually fine. It just didn't work. And I thought, okay, this is just a technical issue. Then I went on Instagram, which is also run by Meta. Same thing. That made me a little suspicious. A day later, I received a message from PayPal. No, I'm sorry. I received a message from GoFundMe that said that distribution of our donations was being suspended because of some sort of investigation by PayPal. PayPal sent me a similar message. Now, PayPal Charities is the processor of donations from Facebook, Instagram, GoFundMe, and probably a bunch of other places too, but that's who we use mostly. So I, hadn't been notified of any sort of issue. I didn't know what was going on, but I was very worried because we had $3,000 sitting, waiting to be distributed to us, and that's a lot of money for us. So I contacted PayPal Charities, and I reviewed all our paperwork, all of our forms, all of our online documentation. It was all fine. Nothing was out of place. And when I contacted them, I said, what's going on here? And they said, oh, we need to update your paperwork. And I said, well, okay, that's fine. So they wanted my IRS authorization letter, which I sent to them. And then they said, oh, you have to change the name on your account. You have to put a person's name. It can't just be an organizational name. So I did that after much back and forth, and I had to send my driver's license. Then I just sent my social security card. And then they said, oh, we need your bank statement. And I was a little bit anxious at that point that it was a scam, but I had initiated it through their website. So I felt confident. I redacted the information, but I sent it to them. And then we just sat there. And the whole time I'm saying, what happened? What do you mean? There's a report. What's going on? They just ignored me. This is all by chat and email. And then finally, they said, oh, your account has been restored. We'll notify Facebook and Instagram or whatever, and, GoFundMe within 24 hours. And they told me that there was due to government regulations, they had to do this. They didn't tell me what government, what level of government, what regulations, nothing. So I am really upset because we still have over $1,000 sitting in our PayPal Charities account that they're not even going to guarantee we'll get. People donated that money to us, and we might not get it, or we might not get it until December 25th, which is just, that's really hard on a very small nonprofit. So I don't know what happened. I'm suspicious that it has something to do with LGBTQ, which is, of course, in the name of our organization, in our email, website, all that sort of thing. And someone actually suggested to me that I change and get like a generic Gmail account for us that, wouldn't have those words. And I absolutely refuse to do that. I'm not erasing our identity. I'm not erasing the people that make all of this happen. And I'm certainly not erasing the people we serve who are pet owners or want signs or whatever they want to do and happen to be part of the LGBTQ plus community. So if this has happened to your organization, please contact me, or us, I guess. This has happened to me personally on my blog, dealing with social media platforms. It's just an ongoing challenge, and it's definitely increased a lot in the last year or so. And, we need this funding. We're about to start a new project called the Trans and Queer Media Project. We got support from GLAAD and PFLAG, and, it's going to increase our ability to do the work of searching for missing, murdered, unclaimed, and unidentified trans and queer people. That's important work. It seems like so niche, but it's very, very important. We can't afford to have $1,000 or more disappear on us. So, this is just the kind of thing that's happening that people are dealing with every day and probably aren't necessarily thinking that it's a problem, but I know it is. Our paperwork was fine. Nothing was deemed out of order. Nothing was updated, nothing like that. So, and for 4 years, we received payouts and had no problems. So that's kind of our story, and my coffee's ready, so I'm going to go. But I'd appreciate any feedback that you can send my way. Thanks. Bye.